Hi, my name is Stephen Stewart, and the topic that I wanted to discuss for my video presentation is the topic of human subject and the moral status of humans as compared to other organisms or creatures on this earth. But very simply, I believe what it is about being human that gives us moral status is the ability to learn, think critically, and adapt. In conjunction with that, I wanted to discuss the role of moral status as it is applied through a more biblical perspective. So in this presentation, I want to speak about what I believe gives humans moral status, what biblical theories have to say about moral status, and other relevant perspectives regarding this subject. Surprisingly, this particular subject in the discussion of ethics it is difficult to find a clear definition as to what moral status really is. But according to the encyclopedia, moral status, or quote, moral status is a concept that deals with who or what is so valuable that it should be treated with special regard. That is because normal adults possess interests and rights that morally obligate people to highly regard their well-being. It's not the best definition out there, or end quote. It's not the best definition out there, and is somewhat open to interpretation, so let me try to explain it a little more in depth. Basically, moral status is the idea/concept that says that a certain entity has dominion or standing over another entity based on the perceived notion that that entity is deserved of said status. Now, this is a hot topic for debate since it brings up the question of what entities are deserving of moral status and which are not. For instance, in certain parts of India, those who follow Hindu scriptures believe that the cow is associated with Aditi, the mother of all gods in the religion. So it is considered to be a sacred symbol of life that should be protected and revered. Because of this, you won't see too many McDonald's in that area offering 2 for $6 deals, or $2 for $6 deals on Big Macs, on the classic beef Big Mac. Transitioning over to us here in America, the cow is seen more as simply an animal used for the production of food. So in both of these countries, who or what carries moral status? In the case of India, the cow obviously carries moral status, and the human carries the higher moral status in America. Another question I want to bring up is, who was the initial, giver of the moral status? In the case of the Indian cow, the status wasn't attained through the cow's actions alone, but from the people surrounding it. The same can be said for the American's cow, whose lower status was also bestowed by the humans. So as you can see, throughout different cultures, there are different qualities, thoughts, and beliefs that are upheld that demonstrate different priorities and focuses on moral status. But the thoughts that I want to bring up is, no matter what, the concept of moral status, in and of itself, and the bestowal of it, all stems from humanity. Now personally, as I've stated before, what I believe to be the reason is why humans should have, and already have, superior moral status and standing over every other creature or organism on this earth is because we have the ability to learn, think critically, and adapt to situations while constantly growing, and understand these concepts more deeply than simply from an animalistic one. While we may have different applications of moral status across different human cultures, within the world of animals, the only creed they follow are live or die. And just as applications of moral status stem from humans, so too does my own belief of moral status stem from something else. In Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 of the Bible, God says, quote, "Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so that they may rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, over the livestock and all the wild animals, and over all the creatures that move along the ground." This alone is what gives me the confidence to state and understand that humans have been given the responsibility of moral status over all the other creatures of the earth.